Hey, hi, hello, and good afternoon. My name is Amanda, and welcome to Harmony Portal Tarot Live. I hope everyone is having a fine Woo Woo Wednesday. Welcome, everybody. Check on in, say hi if you're here. Looks like we have Cheyenne and Vicky all have already donated, and Cheyenne has left a little message here to timestamp, which absolutely I will. Farida is here and new here watching from the UK. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, tonight we are going to be doing a free one card read. And because I'm feeling fun, I'm feeling generous, we're definitely going to be doing yet another giveaway. And I'm loving the concept of we will pick a tarot card live and you guys have to just rapid fire guess. What is the tarot card I have selected? Not that I'm selecting it, but it's popping out somehow. And yes. So that'll be fun. That's always kind of a nail-biting, fun, edge-of-your-seat experience. Hello, Brianna. Hello, Michelle Lynn. Yeah, check on in, everybody. And tonight, this is called Mystical Medleys. I almost want to call it Mystical Melodies. It's based on like very, very like old cartoons. Isn't it fun? I want to call it Mystical Melodies, but it's Mystical Medleys. Very fun, very fun. Even the Three of Swords is fun. I mean, what deck do you know that the Three of Swords is fun? This deck, that's it. Even the Tower looks kind of fun. Yes, hello, Shelly Marie, welcome. Hello, Jessica Lynn. We got a couple of the Lynn squad here, Michelle Lynn, Jessica Lynn. And Jessica Lynn has won, a couple of these now? At least one that I know for sure, which is awesome. No, I think it was Linda that won a couple, 2 readings from just whatever little game or selection that we do. So that's been fun doing those. Yeah, so how's everybody been? Update, I guess, as far as energy goes. I've just been feeling like my body has just been sore. And I'm like trying to think and point to something that I did for my body to not feel, or for it to feel like kind of like muscle pain, and even like deeper than muscle pain, almost like, should I dare say, like organ pain? Like I kept thinking the other night, I'm like, is my appendix gonna burst? Like what's going on? And this has been happening for, sorry, my lighting's a little wonky. This has been going on for, I want to say at least 2 to 3 weeks. It's been kind of a weird thing with that. I don't know exactly. Sorry, the lighting is something else today. I can either have this going on or close that off and just deal with the kind of weird lighting here. But yeah, just kind of weird feeling like you worked out the day before. Like that's how I feel, but it's even deeper than that. Like even my organs, sometimes like, I don't know if it's actual organs or muscles or what. It feels very deep, deeper than muscles to me, especially like up under my ribs and like in my like abdomen area. Just feels like sharp stabbing pains. And every time I tune into the energy of what's going on here, it doesn't feel like my life is in crisis or anything like that. It feels more energetic, even though I'm feeling it very physically right now. So anyone else have any input into how they've been feeling or what they think is going on? I feel like I've had a bit of an energy leak. I'm sore, tired, and a little discombobulated. I'm wondering if it's a parasite. Yeah, I mean, both physical parasites and more etheric or energetic parasites can make us feel like crap. So yeah, one thing I'm starting to do very soon is take diatomaceous earth. And I've heard that kills off a lot of parasites. And of course, us setting our intention and doing what we do for more etheric and energetic parasites, interdimensional parasites, all this, that, and the other can benefit us as well. But if we have, which I would say if we're human living on this planet, or any kind of living being of any kind, really, there's something parasitic after our energy. Whether you're a dog or a cat or a bird or a worm, there's just parasites everywhere. Harmful, things just looking to take advantage. Yeah, so that's a thing. Very fun thing, not really. Second time here. Awesome. Yeah, so your energy's been feeling pretty positive lately. That's awesome, Shelly. I'm so grateful to hear that. Yeah, That is awesome. Yeah, other than just kind of some physical stuff, I've been feeling like really upbeat, like energetically speaking, I've been feeling pretty good. As far as like my mood and all of that. Yeah. Oh, hello, Ethan. Yeah. Oh, thank you so much, Farida. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. So yeah, let's see. We have 9 people. We have 6 likes on the video. Thank you so much for that. Every little bit of engagement does help the channel. So big gratitude for that. Thank you so much. Yeah. So I'm wondering, I kind of feel like I just want to do straight up tarot tonight for our 1-card read for everybody. So let's see. We have 9 people and 6 likes. So let's put a 96 in the chat. A 96 in the chat to get yourself a free reading, a free card pull. And of course, if you're new here and don't know how this works, just go ahead and put your 96. And even if it appears I have skipped you, sometimes on the back end, the YouTube studio, I see things a little different order than what you guys actually post them in or what you see on your end. And you guys are about 10 seconds behind me as far as being live. Yes, it's live, but you guys see what I say about 10 seconds after I say it, which is kind of a weird thing. Sometimes it lags a little more, but 10 seconds seems to be about what it is. So yeah, just put your 96, and if it appears I've skipped you, I usually do a kind of last call just to make sure everybody got their card, especially if we're hitting that 20-minute mark. Or 20 minutes worth of us doing the readings, which with 9 people, it should not take at all that long. So let's get into it. Michelle Lynn is the first 96 I see. Ooh, here we go. Ooh, we got hermit vibes. But I love this for you for this year of 2023. It's like you're doubling down on the energy of what's actually going on so that you can benefit. He looks a little frightened or startled here as well. So it's very interesting. He almost feels like he's at the top of the mountain too. Look at this. So it's almost like he's seeing things from that more bird's eye perspective. He's like, whoa, I didn't know it was like this. So there might be some really big realizations that might at first kind of be shocking or kind of like, whoa, really? Maybe big paradigm shifts with, your awakening or, reality shifts, whatever it looks like for you. But at the heart of this card, Michelle Lynn, there is just this sense of really doubling down on what it is you're here to do. So whatever insight you're getting here as this hermit, I would venture to say between now and Virgo season, which hermit is the Virgo energy, you're getting some major insights into your future, and it's actually going to benefit you greatly. So, yay! All right, Brianna, let's get you a card, my dear. Brianna, ooh, 8 of Wands. So something is going to start moving forward very quickly, especially if you've been feeling like the energy's been dragging its feet a bit, or you've just been feeling, kind of like you were saying, a little just kind of blah, lethargic kind of feeling, or tired, discombobulated. I feel like this is going to shift very quickly. And the 8 of Wands, it's not just about forward or fast moving momentum. It's also about really tuning into purpose, getting your groove back. Stella got her groove back. It's also just about really tuning into a sense of life purpose, or, just having a sense of mission. These ladies here, these witches here aren't just out for a little spin around the neighborhood. No, they look like they are on a mission. And to me, it feels like you're working with a group of people, even if it's not specifically on what you're working on, you have support of others around you. If it's something you're just working on yourself. And then we have this 8 of Cups actually fall to the floor for you as well, Brianna. So double 8s. Look at that, 8-8. So by the 8th of next month, which is, that Lionsgate portal that everybody's talking about, energetically speaking, the powers that be, or as I like to call them, powers that were, even though they kind of still really do feel like they run things around here, really do kind of hijack or take that energy for nefarious reasons. So I'm probably choosing this year, now that I know a little better, to do better, not to really put my energy and effort into that Lionsgate portal. But we can talk more about that as we come closer. But between now and the 8th of August, you're deciding to walk away from something that's just not it for you anymore. But it's giving you this power and momentum to really want to double down on something that you're really excited about. So sometimes walking away from one thing can give us the time, the effort, and energy to focus on something else. All right. So let's get one now for Ethan. Ethan, a card. And if anyone is just joining us, just put a 96 in the chat to get yourself a free 1-card pull. Ethan. Okay, Ethan got the lovers. So there could be love coming in, but to me, this more feels like a union or a balance of your own divine masculine, divine feminine energies. Also, a big decision you're making. This could even be having to do with school or a shift you're making in your routine leading up to school, or if you're not doing school right now or in summer school, just kind of deciding a major or shifting some classes around. There might be some changes coming with your what you thought you were going to be doing in the fall, but it's going to be slightly different. But whatever changes you're making are actually going to be much more beneficial for you in the long run. So keep that in mind. You're maybe having to change your schedule around, or just, leading up to the next school year, there's thoughts that you have that could completely shift the trajectory of your future in the best possible way. Yes, you're so welcome, Ethan. Absolutely. All right, Jessica Lynn, my dear, let's get you a card. Woo! She's flying off the shelves. Ooh, 3 of Cups. So there's some sort of celebration or kind of sisterhood, this to me feels like reunion vibes, or finally being able to get together with some people that you haven't seen in a while, or even just speaking to them on the phone or through text, just reaching out. If nothing's really clicking on your radar for something you have planned, this could be something you can plan now that you know the energy's there to get in contact with. It feels like a small group of people, not maybe a large group, but at least you and 2 other people that have maybe once been friends or a group, or, maybe these are people that are still currently, going strong in your life, but you just want to plan something fun. Could have to do with that as well. But at the heart of that card really is about celebrating. So maybe there's something you're going out with some friends to celebrate. All right, so let's get one for Shelly Marie. Woo! No, we're getting 3 for Shelly Marie. Yeah, they're just flying off the shelves tonight. Look at this Magician. Oh, wow. King of Pentacles and Temperance. Look at this. So you are about to manifest something really big. Being able to really balance your energy, though, is going to be key. So if you're feeling a little overwhelmed, a little tired, if you're feeling like, okay, I can just buckle down, add a few more hours to this and just get it done, or if you're really feeling, though, like, no, I need to step away and recharge my batteries and pick this up fresh tomorrow or the next day, that follow your intuition with whatever it is you're trying to manifest. If you do need to take a break on something, or let people in your life know, hey, I'm going to be busy trying to do this thing, or I got this project, or whatever it is you've got going on. It could even be like a reset of your own energy to make yourself more attractive to the abundance that does want to come into your life. Because a lot of times when Temperance comes in, it tells us that there is this kind of slightly out of balance. Either we're really in our masculine energy or we're really in our feminine energy. But at the heart of this card, I always used to, not anymore. I used to call it the Spirit Guide card, but now I really tune, like the Strength card and the Temperance card really are about tuning into our own inner strength to really gain the clarity from our highest self, our inner self, our true spirit that resides, I should say, outside this matrix. That's where we can get our most untainted information about even what it is we're here to do, what it is we're here to take action on, what it is we're here to manifest. And if it is in alignment with our true spirit, all the better, to bring that abundance in, because not only will we be helping ourselves, we'll be helping greater humanity. So Shelly, there's something you're wanting to manifest. Could even be some sort of raise, promotion, a big purchase of some kind. But before this comes in, there is a slight balance, or maybe even recalibration of your energy that you're doing to allow this to take place. So pretty big message here, Shelly. So keep that in mind. To me, this feels like a 3-month span of time. So if you're kind of scratching your head, like, what is this about? You'll know in the near future. So exciting. All right, Farida. I hope I'm saying your name correctly. Apologies if I'm not. And you can even just type it out phonetically so I can know how to say it. And then I usually am pretty good about, once I know it, I'll remember it. Especially if you come around often, you'll become a friend here, and we won't do the mispronunciation. You're so welcome, Shelly. Big hugs. All right, Farida. Oh, good. I'm saying it right. Yay. That's good. All right. So Farida, we have the Devil. So you might be feeling really tempted about something, especially if you're trying to overcome some sort of negative belief system, thought loops, just negative thoughts about yourself most specifically, or how you relate to those around you. A lot of times we can feel we don't fit in with other people, or we're not, good enough for our dreams. And, just all these negative kind of thoughts that really, truly, though, aren't even us. And I know that sounds really off the wall to say that, but I would say 99.999% of just the nasty, dirty, dark, negative things we think about ourselves and others really are entity interference planting a lot of these thoughts in our head that it feels very real, like it's us. Especially though, if you're feeling, Farida, like these just negative thoughts or really random scary thoughts are just popping into your awareness out of nowhere, triggered by nothing, usually that's entity interference. And when the devil comes out, one of the best ways you can combat that negative entity interference is to get in some sort of creative flow state, because the devil really does deal with creative energies as well. But doing whatever cleansing and clearing technique, and of course you setting your own intention amplifies anything you're doing a lot more than just going through the motions of doing something. So yeah, if you really are struggling with some dark thoughts or trying to overcome a negativity, a craving, an addiction of any kind, just really tuning into your inner self, setting really clear, strong boundaries and intentions, and even telling those thoughts, you have no place here, I rebuke you, can really be a powerful moment to hold your own ground and to say, I'm not entertaining these thoughts. Although they may keep trying, at least they become aware that you're aware, and they either double down and make it worse for a bit. But after a while, if you're diligent with your boundaries and every time these thoughts come in, you're just like, nope, 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 nope. They sometimes will just decide, we're not getting our fix here. Let's go somewhere else. So yeah, it's important work, and it's very difficult to do, especially if you're triggered and you're frustrated and you're wanting to yell at someone in the moment, and these entities will feed off that energy. So don't give them what they're there to feed on. All right, Queen Bee, hello. Anyone else just joining us that would like a free one-card pull before we get to our donations, go ahead and put a 96 in the chat and I will pull you a card. And we only do have 2 donations tonight, and both of them are timestamps. So whoever donates as of right now, the first person to donate, we will get right into your reading after our little free one-card pulls here. But if we don't get any, of course, I'll just start doing the timestamp readings. And then when we run out of donations, that's that. All right, Queen Bee, let's get you taken care of here. Card for Queen Bee. Right. Ooh, we got some good stuff coming in here. Good money, resources, abundance coming in or wanting to come in, long-term, something. This could even be like getting a job or getting a paycheck, even like an inheritance of some kind. For some reason, I'm being called to pull yet another card to get more detail on what this could actually be. Ooh, the moon. So this could be coming from your mother or your mother's side of the family. It doesn't just have to look like cash money or, someone's pearls or china or anything like that. This could be just valuable information about your family. You might be doing some sort of like ancestry, research, or kind of digging into your family history, especially on the mother's side. And there might be some really valuable information that you're going to gain by looking into your ancestry. Very, very cool and very specific message for you there, Queen Bee. Wow, oh my God. So fun. Hi there, RZ, welcome. Go ahead and put a 96 in the chat, the number 96, RZ, and I'll pull you a free card. Yeah. And this might have to do with your current crush, if that's the question of the hour. Usually these cards will just tell you what you need to know, not always what we want to know. But yeah, you're so welcome. Oh, you've been speaking to your mom's spirit all week. Oh, that's lovely. Yeah, so there's communication that wants to come through there. The moon is trusting your intuition as well, Queen Bee. So trust that, and of course, set any kind of intention. I got chills right now too. So I can feel her true spirit, her true essence is around you. So if you feel comfort in knowing she's around, but I always tell people, if you're communicating with anything that is not just your inner self, and even then set very clear boundaries and intentions, you're only connecting to your inner self. Since I stopped channeling spirit guides and all these other entities and stuff, I set very clear intention, especially if I'm connecting to spirit of, people I'm reading for, that I'm only connected to the true essence of that person, not some entity pretending to be that person. Because I would say, and this might be a staggering and very eye-opening number, but I would say probably 85 to 90% of what we consider real true spirit communication is just false entities pretending to be who we're seeking. So set very clear intentions. You're only speaking to your mother's true essence. That will keep any tricksters at bay. Okay. RZ, let's get you a card. Woo! We have here the Four of Swords. So there might have been some heartbreak in your past, because this card does come after the Three of Swords, which is about heartbreak, grief, sadness, feeling betrayed in some way. And I was even mentioning at the beginning of the live stream that this deck is kind of fun. Even the Three of Swords in this deck is kind of a fun card. It looks very lighthearted compared to some Three of Swords energies that I've seen. But this is more about healing, about resting. If you've been feeling really down and lethargic and even just wondering, does my crush like me, or whatever it is, you're going to get some very clear communication coming through very soon as to, does this person like me or not? Time remains to tell what those intentions are, but you just taking care of yourself, doing some self-love, self-care, pampering yourself, treating yourself, can really help bring that energy and really make you attractive to others, but especially make you feel really good about yourself, whether that crush is reciprocating those feelings or not. Either way, you're going to be feeling really good about yourself because you're taking care of yourself. That's going to be very important. All right. Anyone else just joining us that did not get a free card that would like one, go ahead and put a 96 in the chat. And I'm going to double check. I'm not getting PayPal notifications on my phone anymore, and there's nothing I've done on my end. The notifications are still set up, so I don't know what's going on with that. But I can easily just check my email to see if anything else has come through. It doesn't look like we have any other donations. And the 2 donations that I do have, oh, something just came in, but I'm not seeing it. I'm going to go to the right mailbox. Why? Okay. No, different email. That's not pertaining to PayPal here. So the 2 donations that I do have, these lovely ladies are not here tonight, so I'm going to have to timestamp for them. So whoever donates first, we can get right into it. You're so welcome, RZ. Thanks for stopping by. You're so welcome, Queen B. Absolutely. All right, so I don't see any other donations that thus far. So I did see my little notepad somewhere in this room earlier. Yeah, it's mass chaos in this room. Yeah, scary. So bear with me while I look for my little notepad. My kids come in here and play Minecraft during the day on the computer, so who knows where things are at this point. It used to be organized chaos, but at this point it's just kind of looping into chaos. I cannot even find my little notepad. So, oh, here it is. Yay. Okay, good. Okay, so we're going to timestamp. Vicky is first with a 1 card. So Vicky, 1 card, and we are at 22 minutes, 49 seconds. For Vicky, with her 1 card read. Okay, heading over to email. So she says, hi, Amanda, hope you're well. I'll be at my current job until early December this year, which is I'm very pleased about. However, after I finish up there, will still be work to do due to the deliverables of the project. But right now, there's not enough money in the budget to keep me unless they find money elsewhere. So is it likely my boss will have to pick up from where I left off after I finish my contract? Can I please ask True Spirit, is there anything, is it likely that I will stay at my current job past December? I'm happy there and I get on well with my colleagues. Thank you as always. Can you please kindly timestamp? Absolutely. Yes. Okay. So let's see. Yeah. I had switched Ethan my kind of weekly live stream on Wednesday to during the day, just because baseball from I think I started early April through pretty much all of June. Or most of June, till the last week of June, I think. Then I moved it back to its regularly scheduled time of 6 p.m. Mountain Time. But I think people just got used to that daily schedule, and now I'm throwing a wrench back in my own schedule by moving it back. But I think, 10 months of the year, we've got our Woo Wednesday at night, and then the 2 months it's during the day. You just never know who's around, where they are, and especially during summer. People are out, people are busy. So yeah. So Vicky, sorry, I wanted to answer Ethan's question there. So Vicky, let's find out what you need to know about being at that job. Ooh, we have the Tower. So there's definitely something feels very heavy, very burdensome at the job as far as you being able to pick up where you left off after December. 6 of Cups. So this is the past energy. So I'm actually seeing this Tower as kind of a good thing. So they might find like something is crumbling or a different, this doesn't feel like your department specifically. It feels like money might be coming from somewhere else because there's a failed project or some failure on someone else's part is actually freeing up space. Maybe someone is quitting or leaving, they're Tower momenting their career and going somewhere else possibly, which, Tower doesn't always have to be bad. We look at this Tower energy and we're like, oh my God. The Tower card is one of my life cards. That and the Chariot are, for my birth date, my 2 life cards. So, the Tower can be very uncomfortable, but 9 times out of 10, if not every single time, it is for our highest good, in alignment with our true spirit. So, let the tumbling and the crumbling fall as it may, and see where we end up as a result. But there is this element of the past coming in with the 6 of Cups, Vicky. So even if you do have some sort of lapse in December, I just see you back there. I do see that there's a will, where there's a will, there's a way, that you will find your way back there, just like you did this last time. You didn't think, a year or 2 years ago, you'd still probably be here, but here you are. So I'm finding that there's probably a way. And very interesting how we have this Tower almost acting as an authority in the background of this image, looking over, kind of overseeing, the working together or the commitment of this card here. So yeah, let's just tune into this energy for Vicky to see anything else we can gain knowledge-wise. If she'll still be there in December, what this looks like, any other information. Ooh, 4 of Cups. Again, so there might be money that's just unaccounted for or unseen at this time, but as you near December or maybe right after, somewhere, maybe before, who knows exactly the time frame, that offer will come in and completely surprise you. So you may not even have a lapse in your work. I just want one more just to see specifically if Vicky will still be able to be at this job. Okay. Wow. Yeah, there's a lot. This is the thing. So 5 of Pentacles. So there could possibly, and I'm not saying for sure, but there possibly could be a lapse, meaning, okay, usually feeling left out in the cold, there's not enough money to go around, there's not enough food to feed everybody kind of energy, is what you're kind of expecting, because that contract ends and then who knows, it's up in the air from there. But what came out with it is so beautiful. Look at this. 9 of Cups, wish fulfillment, recognition, reward, all of this great stuff. We also have the 10 of Cups, which takes that 9 of Cups a step further, really expanding on that emotional fulfillment of whatever it is that you've gained, or, your communication and connection with your colleagues, and just being able to keep that wonderful energy going. And then the Ace of Swords is a big fat yes. You're going to be able to continue this in some capacity. Even if you feel, things are a bit wavy, this rainbow here is kind of wavy, like, we're kind of unsure. Is this going to be a thing? Is it not? It's almost like in the 11th hour, or maybe, after that midnight hour passes, you think, well, this is it. It's over. Something swoops in and be like, no, we can keep you on because this and that and whatever. So it could be that, I don't know when their budget ends and resets itself. I don't know if that is January, when they can hire you on, maybe not as a temporary contract, but possibly a permanent contract, because someone else is possibly leaving, or there's just more work to be done, more money that's been freed up because the work is still there and they need to keep it going. There's something like this coming in, but you've got a yes here. So everything is pointing to the fact that somehow, some way, you're still going to be doing what you love, where you're at. Even if the job title shifts, or they hire you on under a new contract or something like that. So there might be an end to the actual exact new contract with that Tower, but again, it's being renewed in some way, or refreshed, or just revitalized. I see like a revitalization of that energy. So yay, Vicky. Summer's usually unpredictable, so I get that, right? Yeah. Oh, RZ says, how did you end up finding out if you were talking to entities pretending to be someone, spirit guide? Always wondered about that and how to figure it out. It's more a feeling than this just big, overarching thing that comes on and happens and what have you. But for me, when I had my big, like, spontaneous Kundalini awakening, whatever you want to call it, Archangel Michael, I just asked who was here. Archangel Michael was there. And I just assumed, without trying to vet, because I felt the love, I felt the connection, I felt the protection, all this, that I just assumed, oh, this entity is here to help me. And Archangel Michael, I've heard of that before. Let me Google it. Let me dive into it. Let me research it. Let me feel into it. It felt good. It felt like, that narcissistic, eventually that love bombing that you get with like a narcissistic relationship. And, once I had and if you want to really get my deep dive into my big discovery of just not wanting to work with these entities that probably 95 to 99% of what a lot of people are working with are actually false light or dark entities pretending to be light entities, but they're actually there to sabotage. And the proof was really in the pudding for me that everything Archangel Michael was telling me to do and the advice that I was getting, I might get a little bit of a reward out of it, but then everything would come crashing down around me. And just one day, I really tuned in. I got into a deep meditation. And I just asked Archangel Michael, I don't want anyone pretending to be Archangel Michael. I want the real Archangel Michael. And it was the same energy, but I could see through the mask. It was, in my mind's eye, not like literally like in front of me or anything. And I was just like completely blown away that this entity that I'd been working with for years at that point was something sent basically to try to keep me off my path or, sway me wrong. But you got to hide some truth in it to make it resonate. So, of course, there were great advice hidden in with, as Tony Sayers called it, was the turd in the punch bowl. So there's truth. The punch is what you're there for, but then there's a turd in it. Like, ew. But it's so true. It's so true. There to throw you off. So yeah, Summer is, I read that part. Ginger, hey Amanda, just FYI, when I popped in the live, I wasn't subscribed, though I know I had subscribed as soon as switched over to Harmony Portal Tarot. Resubscribe, wanted to let you know, so you can mention it to other viewers. Yeah, I've been getting a lot of people just unsubscribing, not on their own accord, but they're just getting unsubscribed. It happens on all of my channels, and I don't know that there's anything I can do about it. I've even had people like email me, yelling at me, like, why did you unsubscribe me from your channel? I'm like, I have no control over that. I swear I would never. But yeah, it happens all the time. Even my own mom, my own husband have been unsubscribed from my page. My husband, even once he was unsubscribed, he tried searching the Done Creative. And I wouldn't even pop up. It'd be all these other tarot readers. So it's like the algorithm knew the Done Creative was a tarot channel. How did they know that? But it wouldn't show any of my content until he almost gave up. He was pages and pages and scrolling down, and finally one of my videos popped up. But then there's other people that can search the Done Creative and it pops right up. So I don't know. I for a while was really shadow banned on the Done Creative. I don't think it's as bad as it was, but there's still certain people who can't find my content that used to be subscribed. And yeah. Or you just got in as well. Subscribe to both your tarot channels, but not the portal. I just subscribed. Oh, welcome. Yeah, let's do a couple of free readings for you guys. Ginger Empath, if you would like a free reading as well, go ahead and post 96 in the chat. Because I only have one other donation tonight thus far. But anyone looking to get a more in-depth answer, or you have a very specific question you want to ask, you can always donate. And your donations do go to help my mom, whose house burned down in July of 2019. She's still living in the camper as of right now for almost over 4 years now. Yeah. 2 more days. It'll be 4 years because it was in July 14th of 96. Wow. Time sure flies. So 2 days from now, it'll be 4 years she's been living in a camper. And it's been very miserable for her. So I've been working since November of 2020 doing my live stream to save as much money as I can to get her out of the camper situation. And we were almost there to get her moved into my grandma's house. My grandma passed in November of 2020. But her house is basically kind of condemned at that point. It was just not in great repair. So my brother's been working to repair a lot of things, but she was about set to move in the weekend before 4th of July, and then this happened. I'll just show you guys real quick. I'm laughing because it's just so like, really, one more thing's happening now. Let's see if I can scroll back through our group chat. Got to get to it. Okay. So they've got cameras all around my grandma's house because it was an empty home for so long. It's not empty, but no one's living there yet. Check this sinkhole over here to the left. You're going to watch it cave in. That's the septic tank area. I don't know if you could hear that. It was so loud on the camera, on the video. Sometimes though, if you play a video like that, it doesn't pick up all the noise. So yeah, just insane. But, you know, I'm glad this happened before she moved in rather than, you know, her moving in and then it happening 2 days or a few days after, or, you know, something like that. And then she'd have to move back into the camper to stay there while this gets sorted. Oh, what a mess. Literally, what a ishy situation, if you know what I mean. Yeah. All right, let's get a couple. Anyone else joining us? Put a 96 in the chat. We'll get a free card. We'll take care of you tonight. And I still do, after the donations do run out, I do at some point want to do a free reading giveaway as well. The 11/11 value reading, we're going to do a giveaway. And that'll be fun. So let's get Kalaki. Ooh, am I saying that right? I hope I'm saying that right. So we have here the Two of Wands. So you're making some plans, possibly some travel plans. I'm always reminded of travel when we see that globe there in the hand. But to me, this almost feels like if you could go anywhere, where would you go? Like really tuning into like bucket list places or people you would want to visit or a location, whatever it is. Doesn't technically have to be travel, but you know, even like long-term life goals, really tuning into those, Kalaki, because you're really seeing them on paper or, you know, seeing them all in one place can really add this level of excitement. And sometimes just grounding our dreams, our desires, our wishes onto paper is like step one. Like it can feel very exciting, even if we don't know how we're going to pay for it or when it's going to be. Sometimes just allowing ourselves to dream can really open up new timelines, new opportunities, new doors where there once were walls. So start really allowing yourself to dream bigger, not settling for just, oh, well, we could take our, you know, same vacation we always do, or, you know, I don't have money this year, so I'm going to just have to hang out here in town, or, you know, whatever it is, or whatever dream. It doesn't have to be travel. But if you're really itching to travel, sometimes just writing down, I'm going to wherever it is, writing that down and posting it somewhere where you can see it every day, it just adds this passion to your life to make that dream a reality. And that's really what I see here with this Two of Wands. Whatever it is, travel, you know, career plan or a business plan, or, you know, wanting to, you know, get into a relationship or have deeper friendships, you know, whatever your goal is. Sometimes just making plans on it can really start to get the ball rolling in that area and direction that you want to go. 96 for Linda. Let's get Linda a card. Welcome, Linda. Ooh, 8 of Wands, and this one wants to come out as well. Ooh, 2. Ooh, okay. So anything that's been feeling really deceptive, I always call this the liar, the cheater, the stealer card. This to me feels more energetic than actual literal energy. If you've just been kind of shaking your head at someone's actions, it doesn't feel like it's directly related to you, but it might be someone within the family, and you're just kind of like, why? Why would you treat someone like that? Kind of like that. You're overcoming that, and pretty quickly. So it's almost like if there is any kind of family drama, friend group drama, just drama in your neighborhood. I just heard save the drama for your llama. So I don't know what that specifically is supposed to mean, but there's some emotional fulfillment you're going to get by just distancing yourself from even people who are, you know, even in like traffic, like road rage kind of incidents, people honking their horn because you didn't go fast enough, or, you know, sometimes just allowing that energy to flow through you and out and just letting it go can just be the very best thing you can do for yourself. And just allow this energy to flow quickly. Even if you're the one kind of triggered and just wanting to wring someone's neck or something, sometimes just feeling into it, just allowing yourself to feel that anger and then allowing it to, you know, flow through you without actually taking action against somebody, you know, can be very beneficial rather than trying to just, you know, tamp it down or actually, you know, biting someone's head off is going to be your best bet. So if you have anything like that coming up, I really do feel though, energetically, you're more likely, this is someone or something in your, you know, like environment or someone you're hearing from. And it's not that you're directly related to any of the drama that's going on. But sometimes these things kind of happen in numbers. So like if one area of life is drama, the next area of life becomes drama, and the next. So it's almost like by kind of removing yourself from the drama, you don't have to bring it into other areas of your life, which this to me feels like a big warning, but also the knowing that you will be happy no matter what happens with other people's drama, or if they're trying to drag you into their drama, you're coming out on top by just kind of distancing yourself and taking yourself out of the equation. Yes. All right. Ginger Empath, let's get you a card. All right. And we have here the 6 of Swords. So there might be some travel Although for travel, a lot of times this does feel more local to your state, or kind of, within a 200 or 300 mile radius is usually kind of local, what that means for this card. But this is also, taking it not so local, meaning internet, which is everywhere the internet reaches. So by way of Ethernet cable, it's not so local, but physical travel, it's more local area. But at the heart of this card is about healing. So if you have been, trying to get over some sort of soreness or illness, or even just feeling low energy, just taking a day to really treat yourself, take care of yourself, do something you enjoy, can completely benefit you and get you back on your feet, or get you back, out there to do what you want to do. Especially if you have any kind of online platform or place where you show up online that you've been kind of feeling like holding back on, you're going to start to honor yourself, and then you'll feel like coming back in full force in some capacity online. Cool. All right, I think that's it. Michelle Lynn has donated. Thanks for letting me know, because we'll jump right into your reading, and then we can pick up with Cheyenne's reading for her timestamp. Because I'm not getting my notifications over here, so I'm going to have to improvise by checking my emails. Okay, one card read for Brianna, I see. But I can also check here on PayPal itself, just logging in to see my most recent payments here, to see, since Michelle Lynn has said she donated, which I trust you. I just want to make sure. I want to see who donated first, so I can take care of whoever donated first. Sometimes you guys will, it says like donated 1 minute ago, when the notifications pop up, but it's usually the order they pop up in is the order you guys donated in. But since I'm not getting notified for some crazy reason, I don't know if it's because my phone won't update. The last couple of days it's tried to update, it won't update. I don't know. Okay, so it goes Cheyenne, then Brianna, then Michelle. Okay. But Cheyenne's not here, so we're time stamping. So we're going to jump into Brianna's message or question, and then her message, and then Michelle. Both for a one card read for you lovely ladies, and then Cheyenne is a full read. So I'm going to update my list real quick. B degree, and then Michelle. Lynn. One card. Okay. I did it right. Hopefully. Boom, there we go. Okay. That resonated greatly, thank you. Oh, and I said Kalaki's name right, yay! I feel bad when I mispronounce people's names, so I do try my best to both remember people's names and pronounce them correctly if I can. All right. So, Brianna, I'm going to go over to my email to get your question out. One card read. Brianna, and direct, concise message from authentic spirit. How do I get unstuck? Yes, let's get to the heart, the root cause of this kind of stagnant, stuck energy for Brianna. How does she get unstuck, or how does she get that forward momentum she is really wanting? Brianna, ooh, sticking right out. The Emperor, ooh, powerful. So you will be successful in getting unstuck. It's just a matter of when and how and all the fun things. But a lot of times the Emperor is just someone who, even though he doesn't feel like it, he just puts, he gets his work boots on, he rolls his sleeves up, and he just gets to work. Even if he can only stomach doing 5 minutes of whatever it is. A lot of times, if you're anything like me too, just the putting it in your head over and over that, oh, I got to do this today, I got to do that today. Just us replaying that over and over sometimes just makes us feel like, ugh, I just don't want to do it. But then when you actually show up and start doing it, you're like, oh, this is kind of fun. I don't know, why was I so worried about it, So it could be something like that, is once you just get started, you kind of get your momentum just by starting, just by, putting it on your calendar. Today I'm going to do this one thing that's going to get me started. Even though it's not the whole piece of the pie that I'm trying to accomplish here, it's one step in the right direction. And a lot of times when we can start ticking those little things off the to-do list, it gives us this excited kind of dopamine hit, which so many of us have, like major dopamine, like almost like withdrawals, or it's more difficult to get that dopamine because a lot of times of social media is, we get that fix of, oh, 3 people like my photo, or, we get that little fix. And then it's like the more we get, the more we want. And sometimes taking a big social media detox can greatly reset our energy as well. And that's one thing that when I'm really feeling lethargic, or I just feel pulled in so many different directions, seeing what my, third grade teacher had for dinner on, Facebook, and, what drama is going on with this celebrity, it just becomes too much, and we just kind of have to kind of cocoon ourselves for a while and just tune back into what is it I'm here to do? What is it that's my purpose? What is it that and a lot of times it's just about getting the clarity for our own lives and kind of shutting out all this unneeded stress, unneeded noise. And even sometimes when I do go through some sort of social media detox, this to me feels like directly channeled from, divine for information to help you through this, is not to bring more into your system or awareness. So this would look like not watching a bunch of movies or TV shows. And I know that's like so many of us, that's our way to decompress or unwind or just kind of check out mentally from our day-to-day reality. Which, there's nothing wrong with that in moderation. But sometimes when we are feeling lost or directionless, or I just need my own motivation, we need to bring that energy back to us. And that's not to say you can't still do something you enjoy. Just instead of consuming other people's stories and other people's emotions and other people's content, sometimes it's just best to, start journaling, get out in nature, do something creative. Make a plan for your business if that's something you really want to focus on. And even if you feel directionless and lost, you don't have to just drop everything and just hyper focus either. But sometimes just setting aside an hour that you say, for 1 hour, I'm not allowed to check my phone. I'm not allowed to, talk to whoever, whatever it is. I just need to focus on this. And you're either going to sit there and waste that hour twiddling your thumbs, or you're going to actually put in the effort. But of course, it kind of goes in alignment with how much willpower you have when, you're not having to be accountable to someone else. And that's where like an accountability partner would come in and be really helpful. So if you have a friend or someone, online that you can trust and share your goals and dreams with, and then maybe they could reciprocate and share their dreams and goals with you, and you guys can kind of check in with each other once in a while, hold each other accountable. It can be a game changer if you're someone who procrastinates, or I do too. I have such an underlying procrastination issue. And then the high priestess, just tuning into your inner self. What is it I want? What is it I need? Because a lot of times we think we need to do all these things, and it's a lot of times for our ego's external validation. Once I hit this many subscribers, then people will take me seriously. Or once I have a business that makes this much money, the kids I went to high school with will think I'm a success, whatever it is. Or, my family will be proud of me, whatever, the gatekeeping check mark is. But a lot of times the things that we think we need or should be doing really aren't even in alignment with our spirit. So tuning into your true spirit. And of course, just putting on those work boots and just going through the motion of getting started can be all that you really need to do to get the ball rolling. And that's really what I do see for you, Brianna, is just, maybe clearing the noise and just really getting down to business. Yeah. Look at this. All major arcana, I think. What was that what you had? All major arcana, I think. Yeah, High Priestess and the Emperor, and now you have the Chariot and Temperance. So Temperance is about finding that balance, the work-life balance, the, other people's stuff and your stuff balance, and all that stuff. And then the Chariot is about making a choice, making a decision, and being successful. And at the heart of both the Emperor and the Chariot, the message is about succeeding. So you're gonna succeed, my dear. It's just a matter of when and how, and all the details. The devil's in the details. I just heard that. So maybe the devil energy's popping in to make you think, oh, I can't do this. It's too overwhelming. I got so much to do. And a lot of times we can almost sabotage ourselves because we think, oh, if I don't get it all done by this date or right now, I'm a failure. And sometimes it's just about, breaking that down into more bite-sized steps or pieces that we can digest more easily than just trying to take on a big project all at once and consuming it all at once, or, but whatever choices you do make as far as getting started or just getting the ball rolling, you're going to be very happy with what you've chose and what direction you're going in eventually. But there's something that's ending first. You got this end of a cycle here. So you might be ending just, again, this ending though to me feels like just the ending of you feeling like you're spinning your wheels or wasting time, and instead, devoting time that you once spent, watching Netflix or whatever it is you do in your free time that you're like, I could do less of this, and you actually put that time towards something, whatever that is for you, could greatly benefit you. And you'll be finding, because that's one of most people, especially working people, one of their biggest complaints is just, I don't have time. I think all of us have said that at some point in our lives. I'm putting these in backwards, so we put them in right. But we can definitely find time. And I think that's the thing, is just finding little pockets of time in your schedule to devote to your dreams and to make it one of your priorities. And just getting started. That's the hardest step, I think, for so many of us, especially those that tend to procrastinate. Or we get so far and then we think, well, I've hit a roadblock, so, I got to kind of wait till the next door opens, or, this person can help me, get the financing, or, whatever it is. Or if we just are lost about, well, I don't even know, like you're lost in the forest, like looking around, like, where do I go now? Asking your inner self for those answers is going to be your best bet. All right, Brianna, I hope that helped you. It can feel so overwhelming. I've been there. I'm kind of there right now with just my organization set up around, especially this room, and my bedroom's good. I have my closet and my system and in that, and the bathrooms, and the kitchen feels chaotic. The living room feels chaotic, and my office feels chaotic, and the kids' room is always chaotic. But my bedroom and my bathrooms feel great. We're good there. Yes. All right. So I hope that resonated for you. All right, Michelle Lynn. So I'm so glad that helped. Yay. It might be something you watch just to remind yourself, okay, just get started. Just get started. Just get started. All right. Will I meet a new, fun, flirty love interest in August? I just want some new energy in my life other than my coworkers. Right. And I think we deserve to have that new, fun, fresh energy once in a while. It just revitalizes us, I think. So let's just see if Michelle Lynn will have a fun, flirty love interest in August. Whoa, direct hit. This is fun, flirty love interest. Look at that. Direct hit, direct answer. The potential for that to be a reality is very high. But that being said, I think there's something you need to do, an effort you need to make, or a comfort zone you maybe need to step out of that will be determining factor if this actually does come to fruition. So let's see what steps Michelle Lynn herself needs to take to make this love interest come in. 5 of Wands. Very interesting. We have a competition here. I don't know if there's a baseball game you could go to, or some sort of event, some sort of fun thing that's kind of out of your comfort zone, something you don't do all the time. Could even be like going to the movies or going out with some friends, if that's a possibility, or family member, just getting out of the house, getting out of work. Because a lot of times, especially if we're just home all the time, the potential to meet someone goes down significantly. But if we're out, we go to farmers markets, we go to, concerts, we go, we don't have to spend a whole bunch of money just to be out and, be out just to be like on the prowl looking for people. But sometimes energetically speaking, we just step a little bit out of the comfort zone. That's just enough of a tipping point to let the universe know, hey, I'm ready. Let's find somebody to come in and shake up this August energy. I'm just sick of the same old. But let's just see any other information, wisdom, guidance. Ooh, the devil. Yeah, just getting out of your head. A lot of times when we are feeling stuck in a rut, that's operative word is stuck. And in the traditional devil card, they're really not that stuck. They could easily just lift that chain off and step away and be done. But a lot of times that first step is the hardest. Just like we were talking about with Brianna is, where do I even go to meet people? That sometimes just figuring that out is the hardest part. And then the second hardest part is actually taking the step to go do it, right? So it really is about just stepping out of the comfort zone or putting yourself out there, maybe even reaching out to friends you haven't seen for a while, say, hey, let's go get a drink, or, let's go to the baseball game or the whatever. Yeah, all your friends aren't close, so it's literally alone. Yeah, and that can really complicate things. So I know back in the day, there used to be this app that was like a dating site, but it was more for just like meeting friends or, local people to hang out with. It wasn't like a sexy site. I cannot remember the name of it for the life of me. But I had a friend who actually met a decently close friend that she's still close with on that app. And I don't even know what it's called or where it is. Hi, Amber. Welcome. I hope the packing and moving situation's going well for you. But yeah, let's see. Any other wisdom advice for Michelle Lynn as far as meeting this flirty love interest in August? This could even be someone from your past coming back. back around. So if it is someone from your past, though, I don't see that it's going to be like a long-term love connection, but it might be just the thing you need to feel like, I still got it. I really do want something fun and flirty and exciting. So it might just be the connection you need to kickstart that energy for you, even if you're not going to date this person, but you just go hang out with them and it just revives your energy. R, is it R? Let's see. Let's ask, is this R? 5 of Pentacles. Okay, so you tell me if this is R's energy. There might have been this kind of missed connection, or maybe at one time you liked him, but he had a girlfriend, or he liked you, but you had a boyfriend, or just kind of like, just the timing was never right. If that's the case with R, then I think you get a clear yes. And especially if this person is within a close enough travel distance that you can meet up with them, I would say that's a big yes for you, for R's energy. This does feel like someone you have asked me about before. The energy is very familiar to me. So if you have asked me a question about this person before, or this person has come up in past readings for you, then this is him, because he feels very familiar to me, energetically speaking. And oh, you have, okay, yeah, then that's a win. We figured it out. So it could just be you know, or he's in town if he doesn't live there, or if he does live there, you saying, hey, you want to go, you know. But if he's with somebody, that could complicate things. If you're just asking some other person's husband or boyfriend out or whatever, could complicate things. But you know, if everybody's single and ready to mingle and just go have some fun, go to an event of some kind, could just get the ball rolling with some fun, you know. Even if it's not like a forever love match, it's just a fun August time to have, you know, some fun. All right, I feel like I need one more. Anything else Michelle Lynn needs to know? The Devil. Yeah, just get out of your head. This came out already for you, so this is second time out. Is, you know, sometimes we just have to allow our mind to shut up for a while and us just to go forward with that kind of full energy of just, let's try something new. Let's just, you know, throw caution to the wind. Trying something new, stepping out of comfort zones. Big theme for you with this reading, specifically for you to have a fun and flirty August. Yay! You're so welcome, Michelle. It's always a pleasure to read for you. All right. Oh, kind of, yes. Amber is packing, getting ready to move. A big move, states away. Very, very stressful. So sending you all the good vibes and everything going off without a hitch and everything lining up very well for you. I'm got you in my thoughts, Amber. All right. So hello, everybody. We are now going to, before we get into Vicky's reading, do the giveaway. Oh, yeah. So whoever is here, even if you've already had a reading, a 1 card, or you've already donated, it doesn't matter. Feel free to put your energy into this if you want to win a free reading, an 1111 value. So here's the game rules. There really are no rules, but here's what we do. So I'm going to shuffle the deck until a card comes out. I will then show you the back of the card, not the front. And you, those of you in the chat that want to participate to win the reading, just shout out whatever card you think it is. And you can do it as many times as you want. And we'll do this until someone gets it. If we're going and going and going and no one's getting it, I'll narrow it down and say it's a major arcana, or it's a swords card, or it's a wands card, or whatever it is. And it's so exciting. It's so fun. Yeah. So let's see what it is. So I'm going to draw the card. Hopefully you don't see it. And just start shouting things out. Okay. Ooh, interesting. And of course, this card also is going to be part of your rating because you want it. It's your energy. So here we go. Start guessing, everybody. Guess as many times as you want. Here's the back of the card. I don't think you can see through it in any way, shape, or form. So have at it. Start guessing. Start guessing what you think it is. Hello, Kyra K. Guess the tarot card to win a free reading. If anyone is just joining us, guess the tarot card to win a free reading. Just start shouting things out. Is it a major arcana? Is it a sword, a wand, a pentacle, a cup? What is it? What is it? And not only that, if it is a court card or a you know, like a, what do you call a minor arcana? Is it an ace? Is it a 2, a 3, a what? Guess the exact card. Guess the exact card. Good guesses, you guys. Good guesses. Keep them coming. There's no limit. You can guess as many times as your little fingers can type. We do have an ad coming in 16 seconds. Race against the clock. I'm not seeing a lot of guesses here. Ooh, okay. So you guys you've already guessed the suit. So I will narrow it down. It is not a major arcana. We've got some close guesses with the suit. Let's put that out there. Not a major arcana. So that means it will be a pentacle, wand, sword, or cup card. Keep guessing, you guys. I'm seeing a lot of what it is, but it's not the right card of the suit, if that makes sense. Keep guessing. You guys are guessing in the right suit. Keep it coming. Keep it coming. Oh, this is fun. You guys are onto it, but keep it coming. Oh, Kyra K, you won. It's the King of Cups. Look at him. He's got his eye on you. Ooh. Yeah, so Kyra K, go ahead and think of a question. What do you want to know? And we're going to do a free reading for you. Congratulations. So fun. Yep, King of Cups was the answer. Kyra K has won for the first time. And those of you that are maybe lagging a little bit behind, you're still guessing. That's okay. It happens. All right. Okay. So go ahead and post a question you have. Just want to know how my career is going to be. Okay. So you want to know what your career is going to be? Is that what you're asking? Or just about your career in general? This is already telling me you're going to have a very, this feels like very mentor energy for someone that's a boss. It doesn't necessarily have to be a masculine energy, but this person, you have an emotional connection to them. It's not just a working relationship. You actually care about this person. This person cares about you. And this feels like your direct boss if you have a boss. If you are somebody who wants to work for yourself, then this is you being that caring and compassionate leader in your business. Whether you're the jack of all trades within your business, or if you have other employees, you're kind of taking on that mentorship role for them. But as far as knowing what your career is going to be, you may be leaving a current career to start something completely new, because this is totally end of the road energy. Can't get any worse, so things are definitely going to be getting better. So if you're kind of between jobs right now, or still kind of wondering, what am I going to be when I grow up? You may have yet to completely figure that out. And me at age 41, I'm still like, do I even know what I'm going to be when I grow up? I'm not sure. I am going to get another deck, though. Let me grab, this is my favorite deck for career, purpose type readings. It's the Doreen Virtue Life Purpose Oracle. Great one for that. Okay. So what does Kyra K need to know about what her career is going to be? And it may not give us the exact answer, but we'll get the vibe of this career. But we got some writing. So whatever it is, whether you're writing books or a blog or creating content in some way where you're going to have to write, or you're working a job where you're writing a lot of emails, or you're in communication is basically what this is saying. But if you've always dreamed about writing a book or a blog, or I'm even getting podcast vibes from this for some reason, I really do feel you're going to be able to, write, even if it's just a script you're writing for yourself to remember what to say. There's value in the words that you're speaking, writing, communicating to others. And the job that you ultimately really consider your main career is going to really involve you writing things out in some way. So let's see anything else we can get. Woo! Not just writing, my dear, but also speaking. And, I myself am a writer, not yet published author vibes yet, but I'm a writer and I love writing. But back in the day, if you told me I would be going live on YouTube, I would have laughed in your face, because public speaking was probably one of my biggest nightmares, to have to get up in front of a group of people. And especially with it being online, is they're not literally here, obviously, but just knowing that X amount of people are watching at any given time can be very scary. So if you're someone who's afraid of that, or that triggers you in some way, somehow, some way along the way, Kyra, you're going to be overcoming that and really stepping into this very leadership kind of vibe with your work. You have things people want to hear. What you speak, what you write, people want to know what you have to say. So if this is more artistic or creative or motivational, that I guess remains to be seen. But if this is more of a corporate thing, you will be working your way up to a position of authority where people, what you say and speak and write, people are listening and following your guidance or your, directions in some way. So yeah, you could be the director of a company. You could be, a business owner where you're owning your own company, and whatever company you have, you're in communication with people in some capacity, which is kind of exciting, right? I think that's exciting. On the back deck, we have healing energy. So if you feel like you're a healer in any way, you don't have to just do it, as a doctor or a nurse or a Reiki practitioner. You can heal with your words. Like maybe you're writing fiction, but it's very inspirational to people, and people can resonate with it, and they just reading those words heals some part of their inner child or their wounded warrior or whatever it is. But the words you write and the words you speak are very powerful and very healing for those around you, no matter what kind of job you're working. We also have oracle cards on the back, and then writing is coming out again, and energy healing again, and also author. So my dear, if you have ever wanted to publish anything, you've got a pretty good chance of doing that. Whether you're self-publishing or traditionally, or, having some sort of online platform where you're communicating and speaking and writing to people, you can be very successful at that with whatever it is you're using these abilities for. Very cool. Very cool. You'll have to let us know what you want to be and if this kind of aligns with what you're planning. Very cool. All right. Well, congratulations on winning your reading. I hope it resonated for you. All right. So we still have, I'm going to double check with my email here to see if we had any other. Oh my God. Yes, exactly. You're right. 100% also mentioned healing. You also mentioned healing to me before in your previous live sessions. Thank you so much. You are so welcome. Absolutely. Absolutely. Don't give up on your dreams. That's what I heard. So if you feel like this is a long shot or it'll never happen for you, don't feel that way. It will happen. Eventually, it will happen. It'll probably take a lot of work and a lot of effort, because most things do that are really worth the payoff. But keep going on it. You got this. So exciting. Okay, so let me go over to my email. My computer just decided to restart itself, and it won't restart properly with my memory card reader thingy in there, so I have to take that out. Okay, so Cheyenne. Nope, we don't have any other readings that I see here, but again, I didn't get Michelle Lynn's email for hers, so I'm going to double check over on PayPal that I didn't get any other donations to make sure I'm not skipping anybody. And then we're going to get into Cheyenne's reading for her timestamp reading. But anyone else looking to get a reading, now would be the time. If you just want to get some additional information on something we've already talked about in a free reading tonight, or you had something else on your mind, feel free. And we will dive into that for you. Nope, Michelle Lynn was our most recent, so we're up to date here. Yeah. There's nothing I love more than getting you that answer that you've been seeking. Like, I love that. That's the best part of my day, is feeling like there's hope, or we've unlocked the next level or something to help you find out what you need to do or want to do, or next steps. It's always fun for me to help you guys with that. Okay, so Cheyenne, I'm going to go over to first, let's see, 108.52, Cheyenne, 108.52. And let's go over to her question. So, hi Amanda, I am starting a project regarding children with renal problems at work in a few months. I'm happy, but my boss and I acknowledge that I have a large workload currently, as I'm already on 2 big projects and the work is piling up. I know I'm contracted until next August, but I'm wondering, is there any chance of me staying long-term to do this work? I like my job and I'm passionate about it, but there's too many balls in the air for one person and I'm overwhelmed. I was originally hired for the one project, but it turns out there are 3 projects, which she said couldn't be included in the job description because it would have appeared exhaustive. Oh, right? I know. It feels like that. She says I'm not alone yet. I'm leading most of the work, and more keeps getting added. Could I have guidance, please? Thank you as always. Yeah, there almost feels like there needs to be this like communication or talk, something about you being compensated more because you're doing more work than probably what the description. So that even actually works in your favor. The fact that it was kind of left out of the job description that you would only just be doing, this one project, but it's now 2 projects, almost 3 projects. That deserves more pay, especially if your stress levels are increasing. You deserve to be compensated for the job and the work you're doing, not the job that they, pretty much said, if we included all this. I think in a way, it's not just, that would seem exhaustive. Well, it is exhaustive. You're living it. You're doing the job. It is exhaustive, and you deserve more pay for what you're doing. Because a lot of what you're doing wasn't actually even in the job description. You're doing above and beyond ×2, maybe even ×3. And it almost feels to me like they are trying to get away with putting all this on you and not having to pay. And that just doesn't seem right to me. But let's just tune in as far as you being able to work there long-term past next August. We'll kind of start there. We've got a lot going on here. Wow. Yeah. So there will be communication coming in, a big surprise, probably maybe extending this contract or just making it a permanent position. Your hard work is definitely going to pay off, and it's going to be a longer term job or commitment than you think of. So there's definitely the potential to make this a long-term permanent position. I don't think they want to lose a valuable employee. And a lot of times when they have a good employee that knows the job, it's just much easier to, hire them on as a, permanent employee rather than to have to let that position go and then list a permanent, whatever, and then hire someone new. And they got to train them. They got to know the lay of the land. It's a big headache. And I know you're working at a university and all that, but to me, it feels like it would just be the most logical thing to do for them to hire you on. And it appears to me that this could be a potential, that this position just becomes a permanent, long-term deal. And also with that, your hard work paying off by way of a raise, promotion, or bump in your, not just your title or what you do there, but also the money coming in to get you paid for the job you're actually doing. But let's see what that looks like. Yeah, there needs to be a balance of compensation for the job you're doing, and it's not balanced right now. There's an imbalance with it. So you speaking your truth, tuning in what feels like a worthy salary of all the job I'm actually doing, all the balls I'm actually juggling here, compared to what I'm actually getting, what seems more fair, and maybe having a conversation with somebody to get you, especially this permanent position, but also compensated for the job that you're already doing. It just is only fair. And I think if you speak up and you talk to the right person and, certain decisions get made, you will be making more money, but you're going to have to be the one to step up and say, hey, this isn't right. I deserve more money. Or, hey, I'm doing the work of 2 to 3 people here. I deserve to be compensated for that. You're going to have to be the one to speak your truth. And you might be very pleasantly surprised, Cheyenne, to get what you're asking for. Not just to have an extension of this contract or, making a permanent position, but actually getting paid not just a bit more money, but like a significant amount more money that it's going to be worth your while. And I'm going to put all these back just to see if there's any repeated themes that need to, Mr., I almost thought it was Queen, is the King of Pentacles. This is a raise, a promotion, an elevation, not only of your status and position, but also the money you're making. What better? I mean, there's probably a few other Pentacle cards that could come out, 10 Pentacles for one. But the King of Pentacles is you making this happen for yourself by speaking up. So this is very powerful. I don't see anything saying, no, you're leaving, you got to go somewhere else. No, the potential to stay here and actually make good money and love what you're doing and love your coworkers and, love the work, love the children you're working with. I mean, the potential is there to be able to be happy, have your cake and eat it too. It's just a matter of talking to people, standing your ground, speaking your truth. Very 7 of Wands energy of defending yourself and speaking up for yourself, because no one else is going to fight for you as much as you will fight for yourself to get what you deserve at work, or really anywhere else in life as well. But and then we have Happy Squirrel, which is a card. There's Happy Squirrel and Sad Squirrel that are unique to this deck. And Four of Wands, there's need for celebration, promotion, raise, wedding, new home. It's like this is unlocking. This is specific to this deck, Happy Squirrel. The fact he's got an acorn, his belly looks full, he is thriving. He is not just surviving, scraping by. He is thriving. And even his friends and surroundings, it's almost like the energy is helping him here. And this is your energy coming through. To be able to finally get that new home situation, to have money coming in and being able to pay for what you want to do, and then some. Being able to also squirrel money away for that rainy day. You know, squirrels are notoriously known for squirreling and cashing away things for a rainy day or for a hard winter. And that's something you're going to be able to do. So I see this, again, you're going to have to be the kind of driving force to speak up and say, hey, can we make this a permanent position? Or at the very least, can we just keep renewing contracts? And also about the compensation, because I don't think you're being paid what they would pay somebody if this was just a permanent position. You should be getting a lot more. And I think by your own diligence and stick-to-itiveness, if that's even a thing, stick-to-itiveness, stick to it, you're going to be compensated for what you're doing because you deserve it. It's a given. You deserve it because you work hard, you care, you're passionate. I mean, what better person to have for the job than someone like that? And I think they know that. And I think they also know that they should be paying you more. And again, by way of job description, they just kind of made it sound like, oh, this is all you got to do. But really, it's that times 3, pretty much. But you're being paid for just the job of the one thing, which to me feels kind of shady. Again, I don't see that it's like your boss's, fault or anything. But it just could be the way it's written. It just doesn't sit right with me. It's almost like they're trying to use you for your talent, for your passion, and pay you just the bare minimum of what they can get away with paying you, which does not feel right to me. Especially because the job that you're doing is so important. You're helping children. I mean, what more important thing could someone be doing? Anything else for Cheyenne about this job and just advice? Yeah, be in the flow. I mean, you feel in the flow as far as you love the work. You want to be there. But again, I feel like this jumping from temporary contract to temporary contract is the thing that will be ending here. Yeah, the contract will end, but then possibly this is a permanent thing. They just make it a permanent thing. But just be in the flow with your own intuition as well, because you have a lot of insight with your own intuition as to how this is going to play out and what you should say and the right thing to say, the right thing to do, the right time to say it. Because sometimes, if they're stressing about budget and that same day you go and say, hey, I need more money, probably not the right time. You know what I mean? So it's about kind of playing your cards the right way to be able to get what you deserve. It's not like you're even trying to play anyone or get more than you deserve. No. And look, abundance wants to rain and shower you with its love and abundance, right? Very King of Pentacles vibes here. So speak your truth. Speak up for yourself. And even if you have to go higher up or ask someone else, but again, don't try to burn bridges or, make someone feel like you're going over their head, but, include whoever your immediate superior and their immediate superior and their immediate, I don't know how many, a lot of jobs have these hierarchies of superior after superior after superior. But, try to do things correctly. Don't try to go over someone's head and make them look like a fool because they should have been the one dealing with it. You know what I mean? Just be tactful and very careful, but also speak your truth because you deserve it. All right, Cheyenne, I hope that resonated for you, brought you some clarity and guidance today. It's a thing these days. They use people for their talent, not pay them what they're worth and what they deserve. You're absolutely right, Amber. It's a sickness in capitalistic society. That's just how it is. But when people start standing up for their own, rights and their own abundance, and things can get better. Things can also get worse, but I don't see that in Cheyenne's regard here. I see that they understand, yeah, we're grossly underpaying you for what you're doing. And shame on us, but corporate, or university system. I mean, it's a system. And it's not like her boss is the one saying, no, we don't want to pay you. No, I'm sure the boss would love to pay her what she's worth, because then she would feel good about, the job that's getting done and that the compensation was there. But it's not the boss's fault. But sometimes just speaking to the boss, and then the boss speaking to the next boss, and the boss, something can get ironed out and worked out for the benefit of both the company and the employee. And that's pretty much what you're doing here, Cheyenne, is speaking up for your own rights. But the potential to make this a long-term thing is very high, as long as you're the one speaking up for your own, rights and sovereignty and compensation for the job you're doing. And if they can't afford, which it didn't seem that they couldn't, they can. They just maybe choose not to, or, there can be some shuffling of funds to make this position paid, and not just paid what you're paid, but paid even more, because you deserve more. And a person in this position should be paid more, is what I'm seeing energetically. I have no idea what your pay is. No idea. But I can tell you it's less than what you should be being paid. I can tell you that. You can confirm that, yes or no, if you want. But if you feel you're being paid fairly, then that's cool. That's good. But I just energetically, I feel like you could definitely be paid more for what you're doing and how many projects you're juggling. Yeah, for sure. Because they would, if it wasn't you and it was someone else, they couldn't handle all that, and they'd have to hire someone else anyway. So they're paying it anyway, you know what I mean? So, yeah, stick to your guns, Cheyenne. Feels good. Yeah, the sun is on the back of the deck, so things are going to work out in your favor. It might take some time to get it there, but again, you're going to be very pleasantly happy with your career and the way it's shifting for yourself. And again, I'm seeing a more permanent position where you're at. If that's what you want, that's what you can get. But you're going to have to be the one to speak it into being and manifest it however you see fit. But speaking your truth is kind of step one. And, setting intentions and doing any kind of ritual or, manifestation, whatever you choose to do, can only benefit you at this point. So, yes. All right, you guys, we've given away our readings. We did our free readings at the beginning. We've ran through, I think, let me double check, all of our donations. I do believe. I'm going to check PayPal, though. I don't want to leave anyone hanging. That would make me feel so sad. As far as I know, Michelle Lynn. Yeah, Michelle Lynn is our most recent. So we have honored everybody's donation tonight. And that's going to be it. I will be back here, though, on Friday at 11 a.m. Mountain Time. No, sorry, 10 a.m. Mountain Time. I think I can get back to my regularly scheduled time. Starting the 24th, though, my boys are going to be in... wait, no, they're not in tennis camp on Fridays. Disregard. They're going to be in tennis camp for a full month. We signed them up for two-week sessions back-to-back. So it's 4 weeks of tennis camp, and it's Monday through Friday. Monday through Thursday. I'm doing Woo Woo Wednesdays at night, so that doesn't interfere there. And then Friday will be regular because we don't have them out and about. So, but I was going to say that lasts from 8:30, I think, is when Wrigley starts. And then he goes till 10:15. Is that right? Am I doing that right? We're basically done, though, at 11:45. So, but it doesn't matter. We don't have any conflicts, so we should be good. Yeah, they should be fun. They love pickleball. They love tennis. They're both also in golf camp. It only is on Tuesday evenings, though. It's once a week. And they're loving that. They just started that yesterday, last Tuesday night, yesterday. They loved it. And even Arthur got to come. He didn't go on the course or anything, but we took him for a walk around the area. There's some nice parks up around where we were. So even the dog got to have fun last night. Yeah, so much fun. All right, you guys, this was fun. I love you. I will be back here on Friday, and I'm still uploading twice a week over on the Done Creative, but those are, of course, those of you that have been around, those are videos that are already live up on Harmony Portal Tarot, which I kind of feel bad about, but my audience almost doesn't know about each other. Some of you do know about both channels, but there are people on Harmony Portal Tarot that don't know about the Done Creative and vice versa. So because I'm not really being content productive right now, unless I can go live, which is easy enough to do once I can get my schedule. Filming during the day with the boys home and it would be fine if it was just the boys home, but having a dog, a new puppy, completely threw a wrench in my summer in the best possible way. So I haven't been filming every week. And this is the first time since 4 years ago when I started the Done Creative that I haven't been filming 1 to 2 to 3 videos a week. It's been weird. But it still feels like something's happening though on the Done Creative. I'm actually getting a couple of subscribers here and there. So although the pulse is very small, it's there. So I feel really good about that. And probably maybe into August a little bit, maybe even into the school year. It might take as long as that, end of August into September. We will be finally back to a regular schedule where I'm probably going to just drop to 1 video a week so that I can focus on my writing, but I still do want to put some fresh energy every week into either I'm going to assume at this point it's going to be the Done Creative that's going to be and this channel. This channel we're here for the long haul. But Harmony Portal Tarot has been heavily shadow banned. So far, so good on the Done Creative coming kind of out of that shadow ban. It's nowhere near what it was at its peak, and it probably never will be. But again, I don't need all these followers and whatever. I feel good about what I do, and so I'm good with that. I can still put that amount of love and energy out there every week. And even if I don't get any compensation for that, I still feel good about what I'm doing. So, yeah. My venture I was planning. Oh, that's right. That's right. Yeah, that hasn't really gone anywhere. I was approved, though, to go live on Pinterest TV. So we're good there. I just need to buckle down and find a night. Probably going to be an evening. And they don't have the TV up on the weekends. It's only weekdays. I think it's only till about 9 p.m. my time anyway, when it kind of goes off. So I got to find some time in my schedule and then book it far enough out that I actually get the spot I want. But when that happens, I will let you guys know if you guys want to show up, because I will be doing just everything over there free to start. And of course, I want you guys to benefit from that with everybody else. So, and Arthur, he's doing fine. For the 4th, I think I was live. Yeah, I was live after the 4th. I talked about it, but you weren't there. I don't know if you were. We took him out to my in-laws who have 2 golden retrievers. And if you remember, Amber, Arthur was very heavily triggered by dogs. Other dogs couldn't be around any of them. But I got him the heart walls and trapped emotion session, and I leveled that up. And I did the vaccine session, and I did the trauma and abuse session. And I leveled all those up, and he is, I won't say perfect with other dogs, but he was able to get with the dogs, and he's great. He wants to play, though, with the one golden retriever, Remy, and Remy doesn't always really want to play with him, so it can kind of be a bit of an issue if he doesn't really want to play. But so my dog, Arthur, he's the black puppy, and then my in-laws have the golden retrievers. But yeah, he's off leash. He's, in a yard, a fenced yard, but we kind of had to keep him on a leash to keep him. But he loves the pool. He loves the water. We just have to watch him, because this one likes to pack around like stuffy toys that he's ripped up, and then Arthur thinks, that I can play with that too, because he's a puppy and he wants to play. And he kind of growls at him a bit, so we just make sure if they're together that they're not, gonna fight over toys or anything. See, Arthur, he'll just chill in the little pool. He loves water, which is funny because our other dog, Walter, that passed away in April, hated water. If it was even drizzling outside, good luck getting him out there, and he was a big boy. Sorry, my in-laws are the group chat. They're making fun of something about concrete by Picasso, uneven concrete, I guess. I don't know. Fun family chats. Yeah, they are cute. They're fun. I really love the dogs. And funny fact, I guess, this guy, the bigger of the 2 golden retrievers, who weighs less than the other golden retriever, which is kind of funny, he used to be named Gunther, and he was actually my sister's dog for 6 years. And then my sister had 4 dogs and had moved and was a travel nurse and had to get rid of one of the dogs, and asked if I knew anybody who wanted a golden retriever. And my in-laws already had Remy, the other golden retriever, and my husband grew up with golden retrievers. I'm like, I'll ask. I can't guarantee. But my in-laws actually took Gunther, and he's now named Pappy. So Happy Pappy. Happy Pappy. And I think the name Pappy fits him a little more now because he is such a happy dog. He's very happy-go-lucky, go with the flow. Unless it's thundering or there's fireworks, and he gets completely stressed out, which I felt so bad for him. During the summer thunderstorms and just 4th of July, he's doesn't like it at all. Feel bad for him, but yeah, everybody's doing good. Dogs are good. Arthur's behaving as best as a 5-month-old puppy can be. All right, let's see the most recent photo that I took of him. Let me get to more recent. He's just funny. He was begging for stuff, and I gave him a little scrap of lettuce. You can kind of see there. But yeah, he's learned really well to sit, and he'll stay. But of course, I would never, at this point, trust him off leash somewhere that's not our yard or our house. But yeah, he's a fun little guy. Here's a video of him he was doing really well catching these little crayon stuffed animal thingies that we got for him out of the pup box. He didn't catch them in this video, but he's gotten very good at catching stuffed animals. We just need to teach him how to let them go because he just doesn't want to let them go. He wants me to throw it, but he doesn't want to let it go. So it's like, once that clicks for him, I think we're going to be in a much better way because maybe that's why my arms are sore all the time. But why am I just sore all the time? I don't know. Let's see. I got some other little fun pictures of him just hanging out on the porch with his little chewy bone thingy. Yeah, he's just a silly little goose. Let's see. I don't know. Like that dog mom. There's him in his crate. We keep him in the crate a lot when he's in the house, or else he'll keep him to the living room and kitchen just because he's not completely house trained. I just have to watch him really close and kind of pick up on those cues if he is in the house. I usually only let him loose in the house if he has just recently been out because he might have an accident here and there. He doesn't quite understand. He's just a baby, right? So, and they say it takes time and, repetition and effort, and you'll figure it out over time. I just never had to deal with that with Walter or Judy because they were already pretty much housebroke when I got them. I don't think either of them ever had an accident in the house until they were elderly and just couldn't help it, Except there was one time we had to be gone, I want to say it was close to 12 hours, and I just had a feeling they couldn't cross their legs that long and hold it, and one of them had peed by the back door on the linoleum of our kitchen floor, so it wasn't a big deal to clean up, but I felt so bad. I can't remember where we were, what we were doing. But usually if we're going to be gone a while, we'll let them out and come home and let them out again, So we usually don't go too far from home. But yeah. Yeah, poor things. Yeah, but Arthur, he gets let out. He sleeps through the night, which is so good. Because I was like, it's like having a newborn again, getting up multiple times a night to let the dog out. And we were doing that with Walter and Judy the past probably 2 to 3 years. But actually, the only time that we had to let Arthur out in the night was the first night he was home. And it was at like 4:30. So it was actually already starting to get light outside a little bit when he woke up and had to pee because he was like not quite or right around 4 months old when we first got him. And his bladder couldn't quite hold the capacity it can. But yeah, he slept through the night every other night. And the most early he's gotten up to use the bathroom, I have to take him out, was like 5:30. And that was a couple weeks ago. And then I brought him in and he went right back to sleep in his crate. So it was a win-win for all of us. Leaving the dogs home when you're going out for dinner or grocery trip. Yeah, and we're lucky enough, like with baseball and all the activities the kids are in, they're mostly outdoors right now. So we've had to leave them home a handful of times, like during the band concert that Boston had. If we do have to go, like we did have to go out when my brother-in-law was in town for the 4th. We went out to dinner with the family, and of course the dog can't come in the restaurant, so he had to stay home, but he did very well. But I think the longest he was left home alone was only 2 hours yet since we've had him. So that's been what? We got him May 27th, which is Amber's birthday. You'll never forget the day I got him because it was your birthday. And I'll never forget your birthday because it was the day we got Arthur. So there we go. Yep. It was a good day too. What was it? That was Jupiter and the North Node or Rahu came together that day. Exact conjunction. That was cool. Fun. I just want to hang out with you, Amber. It's fun. But yeah, I did get your email too about no idea. I'm like, is it Mercury retrograde? I know it's not, but what the heck happened? I found out because I had another Zoom with someone else, and it didn't record because I'm out of space on my computer. So, duh, it's like big Homer Simpson moment. So now I know, and I've cleared up a little bit of space. So next time we meet on Zoom, I can actually record the session and get it up there for you. But yeah, I guess it was meant to be, not to be fully recorded and do another session, start over. I don't know. I did ask you right in the middle. Oh, it was an explosive day. Yeah, it was oh, but I know. Wait, maybe I'm misunderstanding what's going on. Oh, you don't even have a dog yet. Oh, yeah. Yeah, sometimes you gotta like work up. Like, if we have a dog, it's gonna be responsibility with this and it's responsibility for that, and yeah, because kids, they just think, oh, we'll get a cute puppy and la-di-da, but it's like, no, the puppy needs to go pee, puppy needs to go poo, puppy needs to eat, puppy needs to be taken care of and brushed and bathed and loved and its teeth brushed and all the things. It's like having another family member. I mean, there are people that have dogs and they don't do all that stuff, but to me, if I'm having a dog, I'm gonna treat it with the most respect I can. Oh yeah, the explosive conjunction on 27th. Yeah, thankfully nothing crazy in my life happened that day. But sometimes when these big things happen, it's kind of like the energy for a potential of something big to happen can be like even months down the road. It doesn't, sometimes it can happen the same day of the exact conjunction. Like it was the North Node in Gemini in Vedic astrology when 9/11 happened, and when the AIDS like pandemic thing or epidemic, whatever it was, the AIDS scare in the early 80s happened, and the assassination of Kennedy happened. All these things happened when the North Node was in a very specific degree of Gemini. Yeah. Oh, and about recording. That's right. Yeah, you did check it. Show that it was recording. Right? I remember that. And then it just didn't save because there was no space to save it. And yeah, it's so weird. That's happened one other time to me. But usually it would pop up and say there's no space. So clear up some space and then we can save this. But it did not tell me that for your thing. So it's like wires got crossed or something didn't happen. Yeah, it did show it was recording. So just a weird thing. And it was weird that it only recorded 6 seconds. It's like, if it's not going to record or save, wouldn't it have just not saved it at all? I don't get it. I know. I was like, no, we covered so much territory. But that's the thing about this. If we ask at a later date, if it's still in the same energy or same timeline and same potential, we'll get the same answer. So it's not like that information is completely lost to us. If you can just remember all the questions you asked, we can revisit and we're good. We'll be good. You have chills. Ooh. Maybe we'll uncover some new information next time. But yeah, like you had said, it might be short notice. That's totally fine. Because I don't have a lot of clients in the summer. People are just, I think, busy, So I don't have a big full schedule. It's just mostly kids and dogs and camps and just a little bit of this and that, So yeah, I felt the energy has shifted too. So maybe it was a divine intervention of sorts that, that wasn't going to be the like set in stone end all be all of whatever it was we'd asked about lots of different things. So, something might have shifted that when we tune in again, it's going to be even better for you. I feel like it's a shift for the better. I don't feel like, oh no, gloom and doom. I don't feel that at all. So something is like it feels like a weight lifting to me, this energy shift for you. So we'll tune in whenever you're ready. As long as I got, if I'm not like busy or anything, I can usually do something within about 24-hour notice. So we should be fine. You have a lot to share about your trip to Wisconsin. Oh, fun. Yeah, I'm still answering questions. If you want to donate, we've already done all the free reading giveaways and everything. But if you did want to donate for a reading, I would be more than happy to take you on. We've just been chit-chatting for the last, 15, 20 minutes. It's been a minute. I tried to sign off and then we just got to talking, hanging out. So it happens. It's not like I have anywhere to be right now. I mean, my one son is staying the night with my in-laws, so he can go help in the garden with my father-in-law's got this huge, amazing waterfall garden. If you guys want to see what that's all about, I actually have a tour of the waterfall garden on my not my live stream channel. This is my live stream channel. On my writing/vlogging channel. It's from last summer, so it's even more advanced than it was last summer, but you can get the gist of it. It's on my channel, Amanda Kiefer Dunn. And the thumbnail, I have two of those channels. One's from college. It's got like my old animations and TV show stuff on there. And then the other one is the thumbnail where I got my hands in my hair and I got the yellow flower in my hair and I got like a coral and navy striped shirt on. If you guys want to check out the waterfall garden, it should be my most recent uploaded video, which was last 4th of July. Not this year, but a year ago. I need to get back to my writing channel. Oh, you had a moth follow you for an hour and encounter a lot of stuck spirits in the upper Dells Wisconsin River. Oh, interesting. Yeah, there was somebody who, I think it was Marlene V. Could have been someone else, though, if I'm misremembering, on the last live stream that said she found a dead butterfly and a dead grasshopper within like a day of itself. And then after I did that reading for her what that meant, I found a moth who I thought was dead because he had some of his guts coming out and I felt so bad. And he's a really beautiful, like white, fuzzy, not a big moth, but not tiny either. Real fuzzy and cute. And then I found like a husk, like a shell of a grasshopper that had passed away a while ago. It was just like the exoskeleton, very thin, just the smallest amount of breathing just send him skyrocketing. He was so lightweight, but just like the husk of it. I've never seen like a grasshopper look like that. And I tuned in, and it was such a good message, though. Surprisingly, after the trip, I ended up with a migraine and bad digestive issues. Oh, no. That's hard. But a lot of times with the digestive upset and issues, that can indicate a big energetic purge. It's not fun, but it can be very beneficial to your energy after it's over, you know? But it does not feel fun in the moment at all. Monarch butterfly visited you at your bedroom window. Oh, that's so beautiful. I get a lot of these. Yellow tiger swallowtail, I think they're called. And this little guy, remember we had a couple months ago now, I think at this point, that is one of those types, but he came out of his chrysalis all deformed. He could barely survive, but we paid our last respects to him, and he lived the rest of his minutes and hours with us, and he's beautiful. But I see these twice, 3-4 times a day, and I even the other day saw one lay 2 eggs on our chokecherry tree leaves. It was beautiful. And I'd seen that a few years back, but it's a rare thing, at least for me, to have ever seen a butterfly lay an egg. To me, that's such a special moment to capture, like in person, like live with a butterfly right there. And I saw it lay 2 eggs on 2 different leaves, and then it flew away. And I was like, so beautiful, so magical. I even took a photo of it. I didn't get a photo of the egg. This was before the egg hatched. I was so like in disbelief that it actually laid an egg. I was so like, whoa. Where is it? God, I take too many pictures, you guys. Like, how far back was it? Well, there's the painted lady butterfly I saw. I'm not seeing that. Did I delete it? Why would I have deleted it? Am I just missing it? How am I missing it? It wasn't that long ago. Come on, where is it? I guess it's not. Okay, I know it's here. I'm just not seeing it for some reason. But this is a painted lady butterfly I saw. And in 6th grade, we had to raise painted lady caterpillars, and then they went into chrysalis, and then we got to take the butterfly home at the end of the school year because we did this all in the spring. And then we got to release them on our own account or our own accord. And it was so cool. I just love that. And then when Boston and Wrigley were real little, well, Wrigley was a lot smaller than Boston because he's 3.5 years younger. I ordered some and had them delivered, and we had the like big butterfly thing that I had this guy hanging out in for his last time. We raised those butterflies and then released them. So that was fun. And then we had a guy, we called him Buddy, He was a moth, but it was a caterpillar. It was the middle of winter, and my husband bought some celery, and there was this caterpillar in the celery, and we had the butterfly net enclosure, or whatever you want to call it. And I'm like, I don't know what to feed a caterpillar in the middle of the winter, but we just put some of the, celery leaves in there, and he became a chrysalis, and then he became a moth, and he actually lived so long. We still have his little moth carcass in a baby food jar in our not our pantry, but in our, I call it the junk kind of corner cabinet in our kitchen. But he lived and I can't remember what kind of moth he was, but he lived for over 200 days. I think it was 250. I have it written down somewhere. The day we got him as a little caterpillar, and yeah, and he had lived in from caterpillar to chrysalis to moth for so long and thrived and lived for so long that I didn't feel right about just letting him into the wild when it was warm enough, because we got him around Christmas time, and he lived to be, I think it was in July or August. I can't remember the month exactly. I have it written down somewhere, but my memory went away. But I looked up how long those moths usually last, and it was 2 weeks they live. He lived for months and months and months and months, but I didn't feel right about just releasing him, because I think he would have died pretty close to just us releasing him. But he lived a very long and happy life, and he just was on our kitchen table, the middle of the kitchen table. He got to hang out with us for every meal, and he was just there, And when he died, it was actually really sad, because he had become part of the family, this little moth, Buddy the moth. Amber has messaged me here. So, your progress on the mirror mandala is so slow. Ooh, I want to see. We'll show everybody. We'll do show and tell. Ooh, it's so beautiful, though. Look at that. Oh, my goodness. I love it. So detailed and just amazing detail. I love it. I think it's cool how your little, template design here that you've drawn out almost reminds me of a spider web. Very cool. So, so beautiful. Thanks for sharing that with us. I'm excited to see it all done. No pressure, no pressure. I know you're very busy, but when it is done, you will have to let us see it. Oh, the moment I came today, the butterflies caught my eye. We went for a river tour and saw 2 bald eagles. Oh, that's so cool. That's so powerful. I love when I get to see bald eagles. I don't see them that often, but one time I was flying. I was not flying. I was going up to visit my mom and my grandma in Libby, and one flew. That's where the flying comes in. It flew. I thought I was going to hit it with my windshield. It was that close. Just flew, scooped down and just flew in my line of vision. And I swear to God, you can call me crazy if you want, I felt like that bird and I made eye contact, and it just downloaded a message to me. I don't know what the message was, but I felt chills. First I was like, oh my God, I almost hit that thing. And then I was like, it made eye contact with me, and it gave me a message, and I felt it to my bones. That was the closest I've ever come to one. Of course, there was a windshield between us, but I'm just grateful I didn't hit it with the windshield. It was that close to me. I was like, what just happened? And they're huge. You don't think they're going to be that huge. They are huge. Huge. I've been communicating with all the local crows lately, too. They have been just on me. And there's this one spot that I sit in the yard. 2 days in a row, there was a black crow feather exactly where I sit. And that happened a couple years ago. I think it was 2021. Same thing happened. And I don't know the message you're trying to tell me right now, though. And then we went, the golf thing the other night, last night, and we had Arthur, and this one crow just landed in the tree right above us. We're sitting in the shade, kind of waiting for it to get over. And even Arthur was like, what is this bird trying to tell us? I can tune into Arthur. He's just like, how dogs do that head turn, cute little head turny thing. He did that. The crow's up there cawing, saying all sorts of stuff. Not just the same repetitive caw, but varying kind of different things it was kind of saying or trying to convey. And even the dog was like, it was so funny. So true. I feel it's a purge. My stomach and legs are going bonkers. Also my dreams. It's packing, get ready for the move. I am purging as well. Yeah, it's not fun to go through that energetically, but it feels so good when it's over. Let's just put it that way. It feels so good when it's all over and all said and done. And then it's like another purge will start after that. And it's almost like we just feel as humans like we're just in this consecutive purge. I'm going to just double check that we didn't get any donations while I've been talking. And then I probably should go. It is so hot in this room. Our central air hasn't been working. I think the pilot light is out. It hasn't been working since like March or whenever it was. I think it was April, actually, now that I say it. We turned off, just the heat for the year because we didn't really need it so much. And then we did need it because we had a couple of kind of cold nights and it wouldn't come on. It just blow kind of cold air. And now that it's hot, it just kind of blows like air that seems a little bit hotter than the air. But it gets to be like 80 degrees in this room, which is like stifling. I'm not an 80-degree weather type of girl myself or higher. I love a good high 60s to low 70s kind of day. Like that's my vibe right there. And normally in the summer, we keep the house about 72 degrees, but it's been closer to 80 every night. By the time it hits like 6, 7, 8 o'clock, it's like 80 degrees in here. Not in our bedroom. We have like a swamp cooler thingy in there, so it stays nice and cool. But the upstairs, because heat rises, although I do have a story about that. When our house burned the first time when I was 13, it was actually a good thing that it was so freaking hot in that house that we couldn't sleep upstairs in the summer. My sister and I were upstairs. We had to move downstairs every summer into his room, and thank God for that, because the fire had started like around the base of the stairs, and there was one window in my room, and it was this tiny little thing I probably could have crawled out of as a child, but it was so high up, I probably would have died on the way down, and I had nothing to prop me up to get me out the window. Thank goodness we were downstairs near the back door in that back hallway where my brother's bedroom was, and my mom was right across the hall. So all 4 of our family members were in the back part of the house, not the front part of the house where the fire started. The stairs would have been completely blocked, and I wouldn't have had a way to even probably get across the hall to my sister's room upstairs to get out her window, So it's like, thank goodness, I guess, for hot. Every time it's hot up here and I start to piss, moan, and complain about it, I check myself because I'm like, thank goodness for hot heat rising and hot upstairs, is because I might not be here if that wasn't the case, right? The summer's been very hot here as well. Been in the 80s, even 90s for the past 3 weeks. It rained here today and it's been cold again. Oh, that's awesome. I love a good summer storm. As long as it's not like a dry lightning. If we get a lot of rain with it, I'm cool. But if it's like that dry lightning, that's just a mass recipe for forest fires and whatnot, which can be very scary. I live in a pretty big forest fire area in the mountains here, so it can be scary. But we've had a pretty wet summer, which is I'm grateful for it. And I love a good summer storm, especially with rain. Oh, it's the best. And it's currently like 83 here, I think. Well, it did say 83, now it's 81, which to me is hot. That's hot for me. I'm not an 81 girly or above. But yeah, we've got, over the next few days, it looks like high 80s to mid to low 90s kind of vibe. Not my favorite. I enjoy it, I guess, like when I can be in the shade and feel a nice cool breeze. I don't mind it then, but if I had to be out in the hot sun, I don't last that long, With my redheaded skin tone, I don't last that long out in the blazing sun. I gotta find a nice patch of shade or I'm miserable. Oh, you're lucky it's 62 there. I'll trade you. You're like, no, I'll keep my 62. Yeah. But that being said, most of the rest of the year is really cold, or at least cold enough that I'm fine. So I can withstand, 2 months of kind of higher heat. I'm okay with that. I'm just grateful I don't live in where it gets like 100+ degrees all the time. I mean, we do get, usually not so far yet this summer, but last year we had a couple days where it got up to like 107, 108. And that was like, no, I'm good. No. Take me out of here. I'm good. I didn't go outside until it was like 10 o'clock at night, and it was even still in the 80s at that point. I'm like, I can't do this. I don't like it. Oh, gonna be 95. Yeah. I think the warmest day of the year thus far got to 89 of this calendar year for us, and I was not here for it. Not a fun time for me personally. I don't like it. And we have, it looks like potential, yeah, Sunday coming up, it's going to be 96. No. Usually the hot month for Montana is August. That's when we really get, and it's dry, usually. But I don't know. I might set some intentions, do some rain dances, get it some, because that summer storm we had the other day, I'm like, oh, I wish it would cool down. And it just came out of nowhere. It wasn't on the radar for days and weeks and, however, 10 days usually they can go in advance. But I just want a cool, nice little drizzle. I'll be happy with that. And it drizzled for an hour and a half. And I was just out there getting my steps in, walking in a circle on my patio, just living my ultimate dream. Getting rained on, not poured on, but just a nice light drizzle. And the wind was a bit cool. It felt great. It was like 72 degrees outside. I was like, yes. And then it went away and it got hot. I was like, no. Oh, it went down to 91. Oh, nice. I love when it's like, oh, it's going to be 96 in 3 days. And you're like, no. And then you look back, it's going to be 86 instead. You're like, yes. I'll take 86 over 96 any day. That's for sure. Yeah. Let me just double check. I was going to check my PayPal just to make sure I wasn't leaving anyone hanging. I'd feel bad if we're just sitting here talking and someone had donated, sitting waiting patiently. But usually someone will tell me, hey, I donated. I don't see that that's been the case yet, but let me just double check. Log in. Do its 5-point authentication. Oh, no, it didn't that time. Yeah, most recent was Michelle Lynn. So we're good. We're good. I guess we'll wrap it up there for the evening. But yes, this was fun. Yay. All right, you guys. I will see you Friday, 10 a.m. Mountain Time. Be there. It'll be fun. Even if you can't make it, you can check the replay and put it on 2 times speed so you can still participate and hang out if you want. I know, it's just fun chatting. I love it. We still had, a few minutes ago, it was 6 people here. Now there's 4 people here. So I guess we're interesting enough that we still got people coming in, even though we're not doing any readings. It's just fun, though, sometimes to just talk, But yeah, I will be back on Friday. And yeah, tomorrow I do have another pick a card going up on the Done Creative, which is already over on Harmony Portal Tarot. Spoiler alert. So yeah. So I will see you guys on Friday. Thanks again so much for all those likes, comments, shares, subscribes, donations, and all the things. And I really, truly do hope to see each and every one of you right back here at Harmony Portal Tarot Live. All right, you guys. Bye. Bye, Amber. Yes, it is fun to be here. I agree. I love being here with you guys so much. All right, you guys. Have a blessed rest of your week, and I'll see you next time.